don't have much of a race anymore. Based on what I'm seeing on television, Senator Cruz is just about mathematically eliminated. As you know, we have won millions of more votes than Senator Cruz. We've won, and now, especially after tonight, close to 300 delegates more than Senator Cruz. We're really rocking. We expect we're going to have an amazing number of weeks because these are places and they're in trouble. They're in big trouble.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gimme 5. That was Donald Trump Tuesday night, Senator Cruz, and very concise. We thought we were seeing a changed Donald Trump. Yesterday in Indianapolis, here's some of what he said.
Believe me, we will get rid of ISIS so fast that your head will spin, okay? So fast. You know, for years and years, I'd read about medieval times. I love history. And in medieval times, they chopped off heads. But when do they do this? Now we're living in medieval times. We're weak. We're ineffective.
All right, so I'm glad he's talking about that again. I really am. But then, in referring to Ted Cruz, watch.
During one of the debates, they asked Lying Ted about waterboarding. And he didn't want to answer because it was a very, it was a question. What do you think about waterboarding? And he didn't want to get involved because he was afraid it wasn't politically correct. And he gave a nothing answer, a weak, pathetic answer like we always give. They asked me, what do you think about waterboarding, Mr. Trump? I said, I love it. I love it. I think it's great. And I said, the only thing is we should make it much tougher than waterboarding. And if you don't think it works, folks, you're wrong.
All right, so he referred to Lying Ted again. I don't know. Just when you think, and the analysis is, and my analysis was, that he's going to go on the straight and narrow, so to speak, and act presidential, and from now on it's Senator Cruz, then he calls him Lying Ted. He gets carried away when he's unscripted up there. Carried away. I'm not saying it's a bad thing necessarily, but for people who are looking for him to modify, back to Lying Ted isn't necessarily the best thing. Here's more.
But there are laws. We have laws that we have to abide by. So I say we're going to have to strengthen the laws and toughen up the laws, and we're going to have to make ourselves tougher. Because they can chop off heads, they can drown people in steel cages, right? They can put people in steel cages by 20 and 50 people and drop them in the water and pull them up an hour later. And we can't waterboard. How stupid are we? How stupid are we?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Then, as we talked about earlier in the show, he was on with Matt Lauer today and asked about the transgender bathroom situation. And very disappointing to me, his answer. Here's what he said.
North Carolina did something that was very strong, and they're paying a big price. Leave it the way it is right now. There have been very few problems. Leave it the way it is. North Carolina, what they're going through with all of the business that's leaving and all of the strife, and that's on both sides. You leave it the way it is. There have been very few complaints the way it is. People go, they use the bathroom that they feel is appropriate. There has been so little trouble.
I'm sorry, and we talked about this earlier. That is wrong and disappointing. And to say because North Carolina is now falling victim to the blackmail of the gay lobby and the pressure groups, it's outrageous. Then he was asked, if Hillary attacks you, are you going to go like with Monica Lewinsky and all that?
There will be retaliation unless it's fair. If it's fair, I would do that. But there will be retaliation, as there should be, unless it's fair. Now, if they treat me fairly, I'm going to treat them
they're
very
not going to treat you fairly, and you're not going to treat them fairly.
We'll find out.
Okay, wrong answer. You say, yes, everything is fair game when it comes to Hillary, when it comes to the women that claim she intimidated them, when it comes to Benghazi, when it comes to Bill. It's all fair game. That would have been the right answer, and I hope that's what he's going to do. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I will be off for Passover tomorrow. But we have a very special show, 7 o'clock Eastern, with me right here. I think you're going to like it and enjoy it as usual. So tune in and have a happy Passover to all my Jewish friends.